Bert, thanks again for today's business meeting. This is Christy from Company A.
Good evening, Christy, was it? Wait, hold on. Did I ever give you my personal number?
No, we only exchanged our work numbers. This one I got on my own.
Then how did you manage to find it?
Oh, come on. You're seriously still not getting it?
What?
Wait, don't tell me. Have we met somewhere before? You really don't remember. Wow, it's me, Christy Flanders, from high school.
Wait, what? Christy?
Jeez, you really didn't recognize me? Classic you. Still the same bottle glasses wearing loner nerd from back in the day. Though I see you ditched the glasses for contacts now, but clearly your eyes are still as clueless as ever.
I mean, I had this vague feeling I'd seen you before, but Christy, back in high school, your hair was bleached and you looked totally different from how you do now, and your last name threw me off too.
Yeah, I got married, so I go by Anderson now.
Ah, that explains it.
What about you, Bert?
Huh?
I'm asking if you're married. Got a wife, a ring, anything?
Oh, well, I'm engaged, actually.
No way. Seriously? Some poor soul actually agreed to marry you. What kind of saint goes for a nerdy little wallflower like you?
Christy, we're business partners now. Don't you think it's a little inappropriate to dredge up our high school past and throw personal jabs like that?
Excuse me? Since when did being honest become inappropriate? And anyway, not much has changed. Even now, our positions aren't all that different, are they?
What do you mean by that?
I mean, I'm working for a major corporation, a real player in the industry. And you're with one of our subcontractors, a vendor, a supplier. You know how that hierarchy works, right? General contractors are above subcontractors. That's just how business and the world works.
Look, I'm not denying that in business relationships there's sometimes a power dynamic. That happens. But applying that kind of hierarchy to our personal relationship? That's not right.
Oh, listen to Mr. Morals over here, getting all high and mighty for a subcontractor. Well, I'll pretend I didn't hear your little lecture just now out of kindness. But moving forward, you better remember your place. Crawl if you have to. Just make sure you're useful to me and my team. Got it, underling? Hey, Bert. The estimate you brought in today, it's a bit too high, don't you think?
Huh, really? And by the way, is it really okay to be discussing this over messages outside of working hours?
Why not? Anyway, you can make it cheaper, right?
Well, that might be difficult.
What? Why?
I already explained this in the meeting today, but I've kept the cost down as much as possible while meeting your requirements. If we cut it down any further, it would compromise the quality. So I can't avoid charging this amount any more than that.
I see. You, a subcontractor, have the nerve to go against me?
Whether I'm a subcontractor or not, I'll speak up when I have to. Even with the person who was in charge before you, we built a good relationship by being straightforward with each other. You're thinking of just do what I say because I'm the client is wrong.
You! How dare you get all high and mighty? You are just a subcontractor.
And you're just some homebody, aren't you? The lowest of the low. How dare you talk back to me, someone from a big corporation?
You can't just equate high school status and the client-subcontractor relationship like that. It doesn't work the same way.
What? Anyway, the estimate is not something I can decide on my own. Bringing this up in a personal message is really putting me in an awkward spot.
I am seriously pissed. Whether you're a bad sport or not isn't my problem. A subcontractor like you doesn't get to talk back to someone from a big company like me.
Even if you say that...
Your company relies on our company for nearly 70% of your business, right? If you can't lower the price, then I'm happy to terminate our contract.
How about we talk next time I come over to your place? Like I said earlier, the price is not something I can decide on alone.
Oh, now you're willing to listen to me?
That's not it. It's just that this is work-related. I'll check with my superiors, but don't expect too much.
Well, even if you say that, if our contract ends, your company will probably go bankrupt because of how much you rely on us. I'm expecting a favorable response from you, though. Bert, are you kidding me right now? Why the hell haven't you called me back?
What? What's this about?
Don't play dumb. I'm the account manager for your company. Me. So why the hell did you go behind my back and contact my superior? You knew I said we couldn't lower the price. You ignored that and reached out to my boss anyway. Are you trying to get the contract canceled?
I'm not your contact anymore.
Excuse me? Wait, what are you saying? Don't tell me. You got taken off the project because you couldn't keep up. Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Actually, that's funny because I heard you were taken off the project.
What?
Remember that ridiculous quote we submitted recently? The one you rejected out of hand? I escalated that issue to our senior team because your response was, well, unprofessional. And when my manager talked it through with yours, it became very clear, very quickly, that your little stunt had nothing to do with company policy. You acted entirely on your own.
Wait, hang on.
Oh, and while we're at it, something else came up during the discussions. You're pretty much out of chances, aren't you?
What?
Lowest sales numbers in the department, frequently unreachable during work hours, and that so-called sudden boost in performance. Turned out you were just stealing your junior colleagues' accounts. The company was ready to either sideline or fire you, but they decided to give you one last shot, and that shot was us, our account.
Even so, that still makes me your contact, doesn't it?
Did. Past tense. I was told you've been removed.
They didn't tell me a damn thing about that.
Why do you think they didn't? You think they want another one of your desperate, self-centered moves ruining what's left of your reputation?
I was trying to help. If we won the bid at a lower price, we'd make a better margin. That would have been my win.
Dropping the price by half isn't negotiation, it's sabotage.
You're the subcontractor. You're supposed to do what you're told.
And this is exactly why you're no longer handling the account.
What?
You don't understand the most basic principle of business, mutual trust. A good contract benefits both sides. You don't strong-arm a partner into submission. You build something valuable together. That's how lasting relationships are made. That's how successful companies operate.
Oh, please. Don't act like you're some genius. You got pulled off the account, too.
No, actually, I wasn't pulled. I was transitioned. I'm getting ready to go back to A Corp.
Back to A Corp? As in my company?
Not quite. You never noticed, huh?
What the hell are you talking about?
I'm the cousin of A Corp's next president.
What?
Yeah, my last name's different. He's from my mother's side. I used to work at a subsidiary of A Corp. My cousin wanted me to be his right hand when he took over, but before that he told me to go learn the ropes in the outside world, get real experience. That's how I ended up at my current job, just wrapping things up now.
Wait, so you're telling me you're going to be part of A Corp's leadership?
Exactly. I start next month in the executive office.
Wow. Well then, how about this? Want to go on a date?
What?
A real one. And I'm not just talking drinks and small talk. I mean, anything you want. Anything. All I'm asking is you make sure I stay in a good position in the company. Think about it. Just one night and we both come out ahead. Not a bad deal, right?
Are you serious right now?
Why not? It's just business, right?
You really don't see the problem here, do you?
What?
First of all, you're married, aren't you?
I mean, yeah, but come on, nobody has to know.
Second, I'm engaged.
Okay, but...
Third, and this one's important, I want absolutely nothing to do with you. Not personally, not professionally, not in this life or the next.
Excuse me?
You thought I had positive feelings toward you after all the times you belittled me, called us names, treated my team like trash?
That was just...
Save it. You dug your own grave, Christy. And just so you know, your department head, the sales director, has been watching this entire exchange.
What?
Yeah, he saw every last message, every attempt at blackmail, every last desperate move.
Oh, God.
You were barely holding on as it is, but this? You just guaranteed your own exit.
Wait, I didn't mean...
I'm done here. I have no more business with you.
Please, Bert!
By the time I return to A-Corp, you won't be there anymore. Good luck with the job hunt. You're gonna need it. So, here's what happened. A few days later, Christy was fired. It didn't take long for the truth to come to light. Apparently, there were a few instances during her previous contracts where she had used her femininity as a weapon, manipulating situations to her advantage. It became clear that her actions had caused significant disruptions in her work, and the company decided to take legal action against her. There were financial damages to be paid due to the harm she had caused to the business, and on top of that, she was facing a lawsuit for emotional distress, primarily because of her affair with a married man. The scandal was far-reaching and the consequences were severe. Naturally, her husband found out about everything. It's hard to say how long he had suspected something, but when the truth finally came out, it led to their divorce. The strain of the affair and the ensuing public fallout was too much for their relationship to withstand. In the end, Christy's personal and professional life crumbled all at once. The divorce had a devastating effect on their family. Christy's husband took custody of their child, leaving her with nothing. With the dissolution of her marriage, Christy returned to her parents' home, hoping for some solace and a place to regroup. But even there, things weren't as simple as she'd hoped. She could feel the eyes of the world on her, the whispers of judgment that followed her everywhere she went. The once comforting familiarity of her parents' house now felt like a cage, and she couldn't stand the scrutiny. Day after day, Christy tried to find a way to deal with her guilt and shame. She would sit in the small bedroom she had once lived in as a child, staring out of the window, lost in thought. Her parents were kind and understanding, trying their best to offer support, but they couldn't erase the heavy weight on her shoulders. Their quiet concern only served as a constant reminder of her failure, and the pressure mounted with each passing day. The town wasn't kind to her either. News of the affair spread quickly, and everyone seemed to have something to say about it. Everywhere she went, there were hushed conversations, people whispering behind her back. Even the local grocery store, a place she had frequented for years, seemed like a battleground. Every aisle she walked down felt like it had eyes on her, and every conversation that stopped when she entered the room made her feel like an outsider in her own community. One day, Christy couldn't take it anymore. The tension had built up to a breaking point, and she snapped. The whispers, the judgment, the looks, it all became too much. She knew she couldn't stay there in that house under that cloud of shame. Without telling anyone, not even her parents, she packed a small bag and left. It wasn't that she had any particular place to go. she just knew she couldn't stay there anymore. She had to leave, to find somewhere, anywhere where she could be away from the suffocating atmosphere of her past. No one knew where she went. She disappeared from their lives as quickly as she had entered them. Her parents were left in a state of worry, unsure if they would ever hear from her again. The neighborhood was left to wonder what had happened, with only speculation to fill the void. Christie's name became a ghost in the town. The once well-known woman who had been part of so many conversations now seemed to vanish without a trace. Despite her sudden disappearance, Christie continued to make regular payments for the damages and emotional distress as required by the legal settlements. Somehow she was managing to keep up with her obligations. Perhaps she had found some kind of work or was living off of what little savings she had left. She was surviving, but no one knew how. No one knew if she had found a new life or if she was just drifting, lost in a world that had no place for her anymore. Her disappearance raised more questions than answers. What had happened to her? Was she alive? Was she okay? The last anyone heard of her was a vague message from her parents saying that they hadn't heard from her in a few weeks and they were worried. But even they didn't know where she had gone or if they would ever hear from her again. It's strange how quickly things can change, how quickly someone can go from being part of a community to being a complete stranger. Christie had once been a fixture in her town, someone everyone knew. She had had a family, a career, a future. But in the blink of an eye, it all unraveled. Her choices, her mistakes, they led her down a path from which there seemed to be no return. And now she was somewhere out there, alone, paying the price for what she had done. But there's one thing about Christie's story that stands out. It's the question of redemption. Does she deserve a second chance? Can someone like her ever make up for the damage she's caused? It's easy to look at her as nothing more than a cautionary tale, to see her as a woman who lost everything because of her own choices. And yet there's something heartbreaking about her disappearance. In some way, it feels like she's been lost to the world, a casualty of her own actions. She may never return, and she may never fully make amends for what she's done, but she is still a person who was once loved, once part of a family, once full of potential. The hardest part of Christie's story is knowing that she might never find her way back. Her life is no longer one that can be easily repaired. The consequences of her choices are too deep, too far-reaching. But there's also a small part of me that hopes she finds some peace, even if she never comes back. I hope she finds a way to rebuild her life, to heal from the pain she's caused, and to find a path forward, however difficult it may be. In the end, Christie's fate remains uncertain. The town still remembers her, still talks about her in hushed tones, but no one knows where she is or what has become of her. All we can do is speculate, to wonder if she'll ever return, or if she's simply gone for good. But one thing is certain, her story is far from over. She may have disappeared from our lives, but she hasn't disappeared from the story of her own life. And maybe, just maybe, that's the most important thing of all. Christie's disappearance doesn't feel like an ending, but more like an unanswered question. The town has moved on, but her absence still lingers. It's a quiet ache that everyone feels, though no one talks about it anymore. In some ways, it feels as though she's waiting for the right moment to return, if such a moment ever comes. Maybe one day Christie will reappear, and the town will have to reckon with the choices she made, with her mistakes and the aftermath of them. Until then, though, all we can do is wait and wonder, just like the rest of her story that remains unfinished. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.